Hello and welcome to Leon's Lockpad. Hope everybody's doing well. It's the usual miserable weather in the UK today. We've got a couple of things going on this video. First of all, I got a question asked about the sepox and about gutting the core. We'll go to that in a minute. But first of all, I sent Mr. Daz, the legend as he is, Mr. Daz Evers, I sent him a best vintage padlock quite a while ago, see if he could pick it to control. He had no luck with it. He sent it on someone else and they couldn't do it. They could open it. It's easy. It's fairly easy to open, but getting it to control is such a pain. Anyway, Daz sent it me back, but at the same time, he sent me this just for the sake of it, which is absolutely fantastic, mate. You're a legend. This beautiful Matlock 5205. Beautiful lock. Everybody knows I love these anodized locks, the padlocks, but I have not got one of these, which is fantastic. We'll get this picked on a video at some point and see what's inside it. So a big thank you to Daz Evers. I'll leave his name, I'll leave his channel in the description. And if you remember, I needed a core for this, so Mr. Si from Extraordinary League of Pickers, our Discord channel, sent me a message saying he's got an American lock I can have for the core. He sent me this. It's a shame to take the core out, but it's got to be done. This beautiful 1100. This is a long shackle, black. I do have another one, but it's a short shackle. This is 1105. See the difference in the size of the shackles. And this one is the made in the USA, stamped on the front. This one doesn't. But a big thank you to Si for sending me this. Some really nice bitting on that key as well. This works beautifully. We're going to get this transferred over. Also, someone asked me about does using the cores out of these in these work. This is what we're going to do in this video. I'll show you how the fitting just as easy. And I'll show you another thing. This one, now this is what I don't get as well, is see, this is a Father's Day present that I got off my kids. It's just an American clone. Love the colour, really nice texture, beautiful lock, F keyway. But the keyway in the core in this is an 1100 core that got sent to me from Bill Bicardi. But this is what I don't get. This is a cheap American clone. This is a cheap American clone. Now, this one would have been cheaper than this one. I mean, at least this has got a brand embossed on there. This doesn't. But the core in this was a cheap core, but it wasn't a fishbone core. It was a fully, perfectly core. It just there were no security pins in it. I sent that down to Vic's Picks because he needed one. So I don't get is the fact they've done all this with embossing and everything and made it look nice, but still put a fishbone core in it, where this was even cheaper, and it comes with a full core. Now, I'm not going to gut this, and I'll tell you why. This has a retaining pin. We're going to pull it apart, but I'll show you. This has a retaining pin on the 6th hole, so you can't actually gut it unless you destroy the lock itself. And to be honest, it works. It's no good for like a challenge lock. It's no good for anything else except for, but I might as well put it in the American lock for the moment and save destroying a core that just works, even though it's bad. But I'm going to explain, and I've got another lock down here to show you what the fishbone core looks like, so I can explain how it goes. But first of all, let's get this pointing down a little bit, like that. And I have to adjust my camera because I don't want the thing falling over. So that one's going back there. We're not opening that, but we do need the key for the sepox. I put it up at the back so I didn't lose it. Right, so first of all, let's get this undone. There we go. We've got our screw in there. Bit of a tight screw on that. Just give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Right, so even though we've done that, let's lock it back up. Let's drop that centre pin. I know why. There we go. There we go. Take the key out. Take the bottom plate off. So here's the core itself. Now, as you can see with the core, there is no clip on it. But in this chamber here, there's a retaining pin that stops this core from going walkabout. As you can see, even when I press on it, the core does not want to slip out because, like I say, there is a retaining pin. So I'm not going to completely destroy that just for the sake of it. So what I've got a Euro here, which is practically the same in basics, if you get what I mean. This is what you call a fishbone core. As if you see it this way, it looks like the old cartoon fish bones you used to see in films, in cartoons, sorry. And what happens is with a fishbone core is you pick it, and if you don't know it's a fishbone core, which not everybody would, have done it myself and destroyed a lock or two doing this because you just didn't know. When you pick it, the driver pins, as you turn it and you go to pull the core out, the driver pins will all drop inside these cutouts. And that's it. Basically the lock is stuck. You ain't getting the core out ever, unless you completely destroy the lock. Sometimes you can get away with just cutting the top off and dropping all the pins out and shaking it around, and you know, like I say, the odd time you can rescue it, but most of the time you don't. This is just a manufacturer's cheap way of saving on materials, which is just stupid. But yeah, this is why that's why it's called a fishbone core. As you can tell, it looks like fishbone. And yeah, your pins will drop in here, get stuck, and that's game over for that core. That's the reason why I'm not going to destroy that one, but hopefully this will give you a little example of what one is. So if you ever hear that someone sends you a lock and it's got a fishbone core, if it hasn't got a retaining pin, like I say, you know, once you turn it slightly, you can get that shim in the side and you will be able to gut it. Just got to be very, very careful. So let's get this, let's put them bits there. Let's get this American one undone as well. And I'll show you how easy it is to transfer the core over with no problems. We've got our bottom plate, and when we take out, we've got this little actuator on the top. But if I take that off, as you can see with most American cores, bit grease this one, it has a C-clip, so you can gut it. But we will get this one picked at some point and see what's in there. But that's how that one works. And then what you do is you just drop the core in. Get your plate. Wait a minute, no, let's not put this plate in because that's the American lock plate and it will not quite fit properly. The original plate in, there we go. Let's just push make sure when you put your plate in, the top of the lock where the drivers are, push it down that way. And then you can get this in. We turn it over. And then we drop and screw it all back together. Make sure it's not loose. And we should be able to lock it. And we should be able to put this key in. And there you go. A fully working sepox lock with an American 1100 core. And it works absolutely fine. Now let's see, because I've never done this. I've swapped them over, but I've never put one in a... I'll put clone one in an American lock. So let's see how this is going to work. So we'll put that on. And we'll put our plate on. Let's push this down so we can get our retaining screw in there. Yep. And then let's get the screw in. Okay. Oh, it's still in it. I'm looking for it thinking it's gone missing. Okay, this screw is... He's not taking for some reason. One second, let's have a look. No. Yeah, that's in right, that's in right. It's just been awkward. Okay, well that's a weird one. Why is it doing that? This is the right one. It just wasn't fitted on properly. Right, so let's get the, there we go. So our 1100 works with a, perfectly fine. With our clone core. But I'm going to get another core for this. I don't make challenge locks anymore. I stopped making them a long time ago. But seeing as I have a spare one of these now, I'll get hold of something else and see if we can make one padlock one. I've done one of these. I sent it to Foxy a long time ago called Prometheus. Hopefully we can do something else. So yeah, so this one's now working absolutely fine. I'll get this picked on another video. There we go. But as you can see, I love green though. The green is awesome. Let me just find something. I have a tub here. This is these are all my American keys. And you can see this for all the American locks that I own. And not the thingy ones neither, like the other collection that I have, which is that's trying to escape. I have a drawer with my other set actually. Let's see if we can have a quick look. Are we in there? No, let's have a look. Nope. Oh, there you are. See, I do have a collection of other ones as well. Squire, Sesame, Mako, Federal in that corner, plus the Abus and that. I do love my anodized padlocks, but yes. So this key. Go with these. I'm going to move them along, and we'll put this one back. We'll put this one back behind the. Oh, that's the American one now. Got to get myself confused now. But yeah, so that's how you transfer one over. They transfer over really easily. If that's what you're thinking of doing, and like I say, with a fishbone core, just be careful because when gutting, you can get trapped and that's it. It's just game over with them. But yeah, so I hope you found this video interesting. For those who were, well, I know a few of you did because you sent me some emails and was asking me questions. But yeah, so there you go. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Bye. Don't forget to like.